Now, so in order to officially carry on the banner for the Shaolin Temple, so we set up a system. This system has been around for over 1,000 years. Okay. Now, the Shaolin is divided into Northern Shaolin, Southern Shaolin. Our generation actually originated from the Southern Shaolin, not the Northern. And our generation is number 20. If you look at the Northern Shaolin generations, they're way into the 30s for two reasons. Reason number one, Northern Shaolin is much older. It's almost 1,000 years older than Southern Shaolin. Actually, not quite, but a few hundred years. Second is the most important reason, because our generation is based on internal. Most people who practice internals, including Qigong, live much longer. So the average lifespan of a Southern Shaolin disciple exceeds 90 years. Some of them live way beyond 100 years, 120, I heard. But like my great-grandmaster lived to 100-something. My master lived to 90-something. So you can more or less expect to have a very long life after you become a disciple. If you really practice, that is. Because disciple, you don't practice, that's nothing.
But must become to the disciple first.
Good point.
That's why we are here tonight.
Okay. Now, to become a disciple, there are three major criteria we must fulfill. Number one, okay, your sincerity, your authentic, okay, love for people, the never tired sentiment to help people. That's condition number one, most important. 孝林弟子行杀仗义都是这样的，路见不平拔刀相助，就是这个意思。这是 very important。真未聽過嘢咧 ？OK， 你應該識啊，你台灣嚟嘅，你輸係台灣嘅喎，香港嘅，就輸係台灣嘅。OK，and number three. Okay, our mutual birthdays cannot conflict because from your birthday I can tell so much about you, good or bad. So the first two conditions are most important. Okay. And number three, the matching, but most important is still the key word, being consistent, being persistent. I did make mistakes myself in the past to take on disciples that end up not coming or not practicing or whatever. And one reason why I make that mistake was in those days, I make people a disciple for another reason. As an encouragement, because they were terminally ill, a few with cancer. So if I gave up on them, they would die in no time. So hopefully by becoming disciples, they work hard, they follow discipline to prolong their life. That was, at one period, I did it that way. But in hindsight, it's debatable whether I did the right thing or not. Some of them are still living, but some of them are not here. But we fulfill the purpose. So tonight we are fortunate, and after 10 years we suddenly have a new family. This is a new breed, and I make a projection and make a promise on day one. The number of disciples would limit at 108. Once 108 is fulfilled, anything beyond that will become your disciples.
Oh
it doesn't mean close at all.
Oh my goodness.
You better be good. Now, before we do that, let me give you a quick history how all this began in the early 1900s. Okay, 20-somewhat years ago. The first disciple, believe it or not, was a Scottish lady.
Oh.
Not Chinese. What happened was she was critically ill. She came to see me for a long while. I completely converted her health. It became much healthier, even beginning to develop the third eye. By that time, her husband, who's a sergeant for the Canadian Air Force, was transferred to Victoria, BC. And they wonder if there's a way we can be still linked together. So we thought about an ancient way That is to make her a disciple. That way we are always together, mentally and officially. So she, Debbie Summerfield became the first disciple so long ago. Yeah, right now they moved to Ottawa. And many things happen over time. So for example, I told her to make sure her husband retire at a certain time, otherwise it will be life-threatening. They try hard, the husband tried hard to retire. The army refused to allow him to retire that year. Believe it or not, major accident, and shattered his ankle. Because he's working on a hangar on an airplane. And a big steel beam came toward him. First time he avoided it. And he called me, wow, because he learned from the wife and from me, and he got some Qigong. So it shifted, and the steel beam went away. Lucky. I said it's not finished yet. Toward the end of the year, he still got hit, but not by the beam. He avoided the beam, but he fell down from the stairs and shattered the ankle. So in other words, no excuse. The army allowed him to retire. No, but I said congratulations. You could have died because he's supposed to die that year. And he avoided. So telling you, if he did not learn summer Qigong, George Summerfield is the name, he would not have lived today. So Qigong is a form not just to make you healthier. Over time, it also make you react better, but develop a very strong mind. And at the end, hopefully with what you learn, not just to make yourself healthier, better, but use a technique to help other people, to save lives. Okay, with that, follow the Shaolin discipline for the rest of your life.
Yes, I will.
Will you be consistent and persistent?
Yes, I will.
That's most important. One thing that always upset me is people treat this as lower priority. When they got busy, they don't come or something. There are valid reasons, but if they can, they should. Okay? Now, do that first. Thank you. 咁大杯啊！你食飯啊嘛，師傅。
都飲晒啦。
You know why?
落到多係少少好嘛
？That's okay. That's okay.
3杯就
You know why? Next time you should put whiskey in. You know why the number is 3? Heaven, earth, and mankind. 阿飛嚟參觀啊！
哇！真係飲。
我就今日雙個床仔
你說 computer 你就俾我，
Okay, here. Are you already here?
Today just one.
I proclaim Terry Shu to be admitted as a 21st generation Shaolin disciple number 103. And you have a new T-shirt. Come over here. One of you is here. Outnumber. Right here. Okay, that's fine. 所以即刻要着。
要除衫先，跟住再着衫。有冇打底啊？
Okay, now you have to learn to recognize your brothers and sisters. Okay, starting Carlos, number 76, and number 96. How come it's 6 and 6? Brian, 98. Okay, 100. Alex. Okay, 94. Jackie. Okay. You know his name? Richard. And 5. Okay, 101.
Yeah, Andrew.
Yeah, that's a French language. 101, 101. Thank you. Okay, 77. Okay, that's the most important. 99. And then we have spousal benefits. We have family benefits. Whoever becomes a disciple, your close family members all share the same benefits. Okay, congratulations. Let's give a big clap. Okay, you can say a few words too if you want.
I'm very happy to be the disciple joining this family, and just like you said, I will carry on the great tradition of the Southern martial art and the Big Banner family. Thank you for everyone so kind coming to my ceremony, and we will be in the same family again.
Okay,